Listen up, children. Today is the biggest test of the year. It will cover all of the subjects you've ever learned here at Herdman School for excellent students. If everyone is ready, Kimberly, you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Kyle's not here.
So?
Well, he's the smartest kid in the class. Are we going to just leave him behind?
I'm sure he will make up for his absence.
But how?
Hello, Mrs. Fiona. Sorry, I'm late.
And what is the meaning of this?
Kyle sends his apologies, but he had a dentist appointment, so he sent me in his place.
And you are?
I am TC14 at your service, but you may call me Peter. I am a student bot, Kyle's very own invention. I am here to take his test in his stead.
That doesn't sound fair at all.
What do you mean, Kimberly?
I mean, you're a robot. You can probably access the Wi-Fi and get all of the answers in a split second.
I'm afraid I agree with Kimberly. I cannot permit a robot to do a student's work.
Rest assured, I will not access the internet for the duration of the test. My knowledge surpasses all human bounds on any topic.
Oh, yeah? What was the capital of Assyria, then?
Nineveh.
Regardless of your classic education, I don't think this will work out, Peter. Tell Kyle that he has to appear in person for this test and that robots are not allowed in school.
Please don't send me away. I could be of great use to this class.
I'm sorry. Let me show you to the door.
Do you need an AV technician? Chalkboard eraser? I can dispense hand sanitizer.
Goodbye, Mr. Robot.
What about radio programs? I can play those.
You can?
Yes, very fun programs. Very educational.
Well, all right. But I don't want you helping anyone else with their tests.
You have got it, Miss Fiona. Starting program.
If I may have your attention. Hello, children. For those who don't know, my name is Miss Fiona, the stage manager for the Christmas play. Miss Tabitha, the director, asked me to make sure that everyone is set back here. Please be patient, go over your lines quietly, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
Hey, Peter. What you reading?
Hey, Kimberly. I'm reading this book.
1001 Random Facts for Kids. That doesn't look like your lines.
I know, it's just helping me get into character.
Why do shepherds need to know 1001 facts? Are you going on a shepherd game show or something?
Didn't you hear? Kyle couldn't make it to rehearsal, so I'm covering for him. I'm a wise man this time around, so I figure I've got to fill my brain with all kinds of knowledge.
Is that why you were making robot sounds earlier?
Robot sounds? I don't know what you mean. I'm just a wise man trying to get wise.
By reading a book?
Sure. Where else would you get smart?
I think you can get smarter from a lot of places.
1001 times smarter, though?
Sure.
Yeah, right. Where else can you learn so much?
How about listening to the radio?
Huh. That's a good point. What about reading and listening to the radio?
I don't think that's gonna work.
One way to find out. Start it up.
Okay. How's the learning going, Peter?
Not good, Kimberly. I think this experiment isn't working.
What do you mean?
When I try to learn from the radio, it distracts me from learning this book. And when I'm reading this book, I get distracted from listening to the radio.
That is a problem.
What's the problem?
Oh, hey, Miss Fiona.
Peter's trying to get smarter.
Oh? Well, that's a noble goal. Any reason in particular?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a wise man today, so I've got to act the part. After all, I wouldn't be much of a wise man if I wasn't smart.
So, he's been reading this book of facts and listening to the radio at the same time. Kind of a double duty kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not working though.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Fortunately for you, being wise is something anyone can do no matter how much they know.
Wait, I thought knowing a lot of stuff is what being wise was.
Not exactly, Kimberly. You see, wisdom is more than just memorizing facts. It's using what you know in smart ways.
I don't get it.
How to explain? This Christmas play script. We can count the number of words, we can see how many lines each person has, who wrote the script, and what the script is about. But knowing all of these things doesn't mean you have wisdom.
Okay, so what is wisdom?
Wisdom is taking the script and practicing your lines. Wisdom is learning where your cues are and when you should be on stage. Wisdom is getting all of your props in order so they are where you need them when you need them. See the difference?
I think so.
Yeah, but how can you be wise if you don't know a lot?
Good question. And the Bible tells us in Proverbs 18:15 that a wise person always is looking to learn new things. So even if you don't know a lot, if you try to fix that, you are being wise.
Oh, so wisdom is about wanting to learn.
That's a big part of it, but it also is about being responsible about what we learn. Verses like Ephesians 5:15 and Matthew 7:24 tell us to use what we have learned and to do what is right, because if we don't, things can turn out pretty badly.
I'm going to have to think about that.
Well, while you do that, can I listen to the radio? Or will that be too distracting?
Nah, go ahead.
You still look pretty thoughtful, Peter. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I guess I have a question about what we've been learning about today, Miss Fiona.
You mean about wisdom?
Yeah, when I thought wisdom was just knowing a lot of facts, I knew exactly what to do. Just read a bunch of facts and try to memorize them. But now that I know that wisdom is more than that, I guess I need to know where I can get it.
That is a good question. Are we born with it or something?
A little bit, Kimberly. But the fact is, there are a lot of ways to become wise.
Like what?
The first place that comes to mind is the Bible. The book of Proverbs alone has a lot of verses talking about wisdom, what it looks like, and how to get it.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Indeed. In Proverbs 19:20 and 13:20, we read that one way we can get wisdom is to listen to wise people and avoid spending time with people who aren't.
That makes a lot of sense. If you are learning from God and people who have learned a lot, you would have to work hard to not learn anything.
That's true. One other way to gain wisdom that I can think of is when we make a mistake or do the wrong thing.
Wait, how can you get wisdom if you do the wrong thing? I thought wisdom was about doing the right thing.
It is, Peter. But what happens when you do the wrong thing?
I get in trouble?
Or you feel guilty afterward.
Or both.
Exactly. Punishment and guilt aren't pleasant. But like it says in verses like Proverbs 17:10, when we learn to not do the things that lead to pain, we grow in wisdom.
Or we can just not do what's wrong to begin with.
That's easy to say, not easy to do.
True. But the nice thing is, God tells us over and over in His Word that if we want to be wise, all we need to do is ask Him for wisdom, and He will gladly give it to us.
And we'll magically become wiser people? Just like that?
Why don't you give it a try for a few weeks and see for yourself? Oh, that's Tabitha. She's probably ready to start rehearsal. Places, everyone!
Oh, I've still got to get my costume on.
You better hurry.
Yeah. Can you turn off the radio for me?
Yeah, I've got it.